So why are we here this evening? So our assumption is that you're here tonight to find out what cloud computing is and to see how AWS training can help you with your career development to unlock more job opportunities in the future or in your very near future, and ultimately see if you should study AWS certifications with eCareers and work towards a career in cloud computing. As such, based on that assumption, our main objective tonight is to help you guys better understand the cloud computing sector, discuss suitable AWS training options, and share typical job roles and salaries with you. This way, by the end of the session, you should have the knowledge and conviction to decide the best route forward for you in your career development. So this is what we're going to cover today. So we're going to look at what cloud computing is. We are going to talk about why you should choose AWS for your certification training. We will explore a spotlight on Netflix, and we'll go through kind of some live real-world examples there. We'll look at the industry demand for AWS and go through some of the details there for you. We will explore the AWS certification pathways, the ones that are available, but also the ones that we feel are most suitable for kind of the level that's coming into based off of the poll coming into the chat today. We will explore the benefits of becoming AWS certified. We will go through a live demo where we will show you how to create your first web server in 5 minutes on AWS. And then we have a Q&A session that we will explore as well. Some of the other services that we provide, this is not necessarily specific to AWS training, but I want you guys to be aware, some of the services that we provide as a business as a whole are online self-paced e-learning training solutions. We offer virtual classroom sessions with industry acclaimed trainers. We offer Career Academy with work experience programs that we'll be talking about in detail in a few slides time, so stick around for that, where we help to feed skills gaps in the economy with job-ready individuals like yourselves. We offer B2B consultancy, on-site training, and apprenticeship programs as well. So our mission here at eCareers is relatively simple. We aim to help individuals like yourselves build successful, lucrative, and exciting careers in the tech space, specifically for you guys tonight, by delivering world-class training through professional qualifications that are flexible and cost-effective. So Pranit is our head of faculty in cloud computing, AWS coach, and tutor support here at eCareers. He is a multi-certified authorized AWS instructor with AWS Cloud Practitioner, Solutions Architect, and Developer certifications. He has over 15 years in the tech space. In that time, he has held various AWS workshops and training sessions in top colleges, universities, for other organizations, and for online events as well.
Now, we can start our discussion from a very basic question, because we are trying to understand what is AWS. But before AWS, we must understand what is cloud computing, what is cloud actually. Okay, so if anybody asks you what exactly is cloud, so if you go for a formal definition, okay, so if we just try to understand a formal definition, cloud computing is all about the delivery of computing services. Okay, now what are computing services? So when we talk about computing, you have to imagine a computer, what a computer can do for you. A computer can process, a computer can store, a computer can give you a platform. Okay, so a computer can do a lot of things. So whatever a computer can do, we can definitely do it on cloud. Okay, so we will see how we can do that. Okay, that's total today's agenda. So cloud computing can help you to deliver computing services over the internet. Okay, so you must have an internet connection, and everything related to cloud or everything related to a computer can be delivered to you. The most basic thing is storage. I hope everybody knows that nowadays this particular thing is quite popular. Whenever you say where is your data, where or from where you are sharing your data, so a lot of time you say I put my data on cloud. So what is cloud exactly? So there must be some kind of storage space. Okay, somebody might have purchased a storage space for you. So who is purchasing that space? Whose hardware is being utilized for basically storing my data? Okay, so every bit of information we are going to cover in this part. Okay, why to choose AWS? Okay, what is there in AWS and what exactly is AWS? Okay, so AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. Okay, so this particular platform, Amazon Web Services, is definitely created by Amazon. Okay, so I hope everybody knows what is Amazon. So Amazon essentially, or basically we can say, it is e-commerce giant. Okay, you have one e-commerce platform, amazon.com, and they have launched their another company called as AWS, Amazon Web Services. So Amazon Web Services specifically deals in cloud computing services. So why to choose AWS for your career, for your projects? So let us try to understand. Market leader in cloud computing. So Amazon launched in 2006. Okay, so you can imagine, since launch it is market leader, means number one position. Nobody challenged number one position of AWS since launch. Okay, now when we talk about AWS features, so there is one very important feature called as global infrastructure. Okay, so when we launch anything on AWS platform, AWS is basically worldwide. They don't have one data center or two data center. They have over 100 of data centers around the world. I'll show you the map where AWS actually operating. Okay, then we just learned about scalability. So scalability and elasticity, these are the advanced features or important characteristics of cloud already built in AWS. Okay, we can create a lot of scalable architectures. Every particular service is providing something in scalability and elasticity in cloud. Okay, first figure out what is Netflix and why we are going to learn this, why Netflix case study is important. Okay, so few of you might be having that idea that Netflix is purely hosted on AWS. Okay, Netflix is one of the biggest client of AWS. Okay, every bit, they don't have their single server. Actually, all of the Netflix data is available on AWS only. Okay, so Netflix is having we can say millions of member, 280 millions of member, more than 280 millions of member in 190 countries. Okay, now Netflix needs, as again we know that Netflix is one of the very big application, so we need a lot of computing power, we need a lot of storage requirement, we need a very high network infrastructure. Okay, so how to solve all this requirement? So AWS provides every bit of we can say resource that is required by Netflix to work on. Okay, so if I give you the basic idea of Netflix architecture, okay, so we are end users, we are trying to watch Netflix on our devices. It may be your laptop, mobile phone, your smart TVs, or any supported devices. Okay, so Netflix is just a software. Okay, so basically this is your application, and it, believe me, it is very easy. You can create your own Netflix within a day. Okay, nowadays we have a lot of tools that we can create our own Netflix within a day, but the challenge is to store data, the challenge is to provide network, challenge is to provide data within a second. So how we can ensure all that thing? So answer is your AWS environment. So the complete Netflix architecture is stored in AWS environment. So when we will study AWS in more detail, you will get the idea what is S3, what is API gateway, what is CDN, what is Lambda, what is database services, and how all these services work in sync to power Netflix like big applications. So in future, everything will be moved to cloud, and companies like Netflix will be using a lot of cloud services to provide easy access to lot more businesses. Okay, so that's how Netflix basically works in background and gives you result within a second, within a minute. Okay. Now, next part to discuss is industry demand for AWS skills. So definitely in this particular webinar, we are discussing the future growth. Okay, if you learn AWS, what will be the future growth? Okay, so you can see coming 4 to 5 years. Okay, so companies are investing heavily in cloud computing. So global cloud market revenue growth projections worldwide. So you can imagine in 2029, you can have how many billions USD invested in cloud. Okay, so nearly 2000 billions will be invested, and many companies are building a lot of big applications to work specifically on cloud. Okay, so we have number of types of services. We have business process services, desktop as service, platform as a service, infrastructure as service, software as service. So every particular type of service will be on cloud or will be provided by cloud to a very high extent in the near future. Okay, AWS certification pathways you can excel or you can get in your AWS professions. Okay, so when we talk about AWS certifications, we have a lot of certifications. Okay, so from where to start? Okay, so this might be the question in a lot of our participants' mindset. Okay, so as a beginner, if you are new to IT or cloud, okay, so if you are new to IT or cloud, or you are from non-IT background or switching to cloud career, you must start from cloud practitioner. That is number one. And for targeting jobs, because cloud practitioner will be too fundamental, will be too basic, a lot of companies they want some extra knowledge, they want some more knowledge. So that's why it is very important to consider one advanced certification also, or we can say intermediate certification also, that is solutions architect associate. So to excel in your cloud journey, you can definitely start from these two certifications. Okay, so start with cloud practitioner and then you can go for solutions architect associate. Okay, now what are the benefits of becoming AWS certified? So definitely you have to give exam actually. Okay, so to get certified, you have to give exam. You have to give exam of cloud practitioner, you have to give exam of solution architect associate. Definitely we have to study hard, not very hard. Okay, but at least we have to give a lot of we can say some of the time dedicated to the study, and then we can definitely very easily get certified. Okay, now what are the benefits of becoming AWS certified? So we just learned like we have a lot of career opportunities in the market. So enhanced career opportunities, because a lot of companies prefers AWS certified candidates only for the job. Okay, so if you have the knowledge of AWS, and if there is a requirement that candidate must be certified, so you may not be eligible for the job. So enhanced career opportunities, higher earning potential. Certified candidate definitely get higher earning potential. Once you are certified, you by default get eligible for many jobs, so become job ready. You have industry recognition. Okay, you can showcase your achievements on social media. You can share your certifications to a lot of companies. Okay, so your profile will get a separate recognition. Okay, they will call you, or they will just screen your resume in a different way that generally they process other interviews or other CVs actually. Once you are certified, definitely you will get a digital badge. For example, currently I am certified on 3 AWS certifications, so I can add 3 batches: AWS certified on cloud practitioner, AWS certified on solution architect associate, and developer associate. So similarly, you can add these digital batches in your CV for more we can say advance or more recognition for your resumes, for your profiles. Let us go for a live demo. creating your first web server in 5 minutes. Okay, so let us see what exactly I have to do. So in AWS, we have a service called as EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. Okay, so we will be creating our web server in Elastic Compute Cloud, and using internet, anybody can open my website. You can use your laptop, mobile phones, your desktops to actually access website that I will create. Okay, so I'll create a very basic website. So let us see how we can do that. Okay, so this is my AWS account. So you can create AWS account for free actually. Okay, so we have free tier accounts. Now to create your web server, we need a computer. Okay, server is a computer, so definitely I cannot create a computer on my machine. Okay, so we need remote location, or we can say virtual machine. So in case of AWS, we have one service called as EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, that can help you to create virtual servers that we generally call as virtual machines. So this particular virtual machine is called as instance. Okay, so I'm quickly launching one instance. Okay, so I'm launching one instance. Let us focus on the result. Okay, what you can do, what you can achieve using AWS. Okay, so I'm quickly doing that. Web server, my machine name will be web server. I can use any operating system. For example, I'm using Ubuntu for this machine. I can use instance type. There is something called as key pair. Key pair is nothing but your password that you use to log into the machine. Okay, so let me create a password. Okay, so to make it simple, I am using this password. Okay, this is key pair actually. Key pair contains password, so don't focus on that. And again, you can ignore all this thing. This may be complicated to understand at first actually, but that's it. Okay, so you can see how quickly I have created one machine that we generally called as a virtual machine.
Okay, so why study AWS with eCareers? Now we've kind of hinted along the way we've spoken about this, but our training courses have been developed and designed in partnership with our expert AWS trainers and alongside the AWS syllabus, so you have an excellent training experience. It includes everything you'll need to kind of pass your exams and be able to feel confident at job interview stage. We have high pass rates, very happy students from AWS in the past. We have trained over 630,000 students to date. We have an excellent Trustpilot rating, over 14,000 reviews, I think, by now. So we are trusted by our industry, we're trusted by our students, and hopefully you guys, that is something that you are excited to be part of. An organization, a training provider that kind of supports you, wants the best for you by producing the best content we can to help you train, but also our goal is to help you guys get jobs at the end of the day. Like, there's no point having lots of students trained but not be able to move into a job. That's not what we're about. We want you guys to be able to be successful at job interview stage, prepare you for that. And that's why the work experience product that we've now launched, I think is super revolutionary and really good for those it suits. We also have interest-free finance plans, as we've discussed. Obviously, can't really go into too much detail about that because it's so individual. Please do speak to a course consultant about that, but know that we do have finance available.